This is the Jocko Underground Podcast, number 189. Sitting here with Echo Charles. We've got some questions from you troopers, and we have got some answers in some cases, some recommendations, some guidance, maybe just some things to think about, but we're going to do our best. So let's get into it. Life is coming at us. Let's figure out a plan.
All right, first question. Jocko, thank you for everything. Your books and podcasts have helped me through the tough times, the toughest times. Okay, I recently had a one-night stand with a girl I met that night, and she's now pregnant. Abortion is illegal where I live, so I'll likely become a dad. I don't plan to see her or the kid. I know it's not right, but this isn't someone I can build a future with. The quote, "Other than death, all failure is psychological," has kept me going. Any words of wisdom on how to move forward would mean a lot.
Yeah, well, I think in this situation, you're going to want to try and build some kind of amicable relationship with this woman, right? Maybe you're not going to marry her, apparently. Maybe she's not going to be your girlfriend, but you have, right now, a common interest and concern, and that is this kid that's on the way. So imagine that you moved into a house and the house, for whatever reason, had an easement and you had a shared driveway with the next door neighbor. So you're both using the same driveway. You're going to want to get along with that person. That driveway is going to be, it's part of everything. It's part of our daily life. You're going to want to make sure that you both can shovel snow off the driveway. Right? Both, if it needs some kind of repair, there's a pothole in it. Hey, we both going to participate in this and make sure it's cool. Make sure you're not parking your car like where it's going to block me from getting to my garage up, the driveway. So that's, I think, what the situation that you're in. You have like a common driveway. You have a shared part of your life that you are going. You need. It's there. It's not going anywhere. It's part of your life, and so you want to get along with that neighbor. You want to have a good working relationship with that neighbor. They don't ever have to come over for dinner. You don't ever have to barbecue, but you have to be able to say, "Hey, good morning. Hey, I'll shovel the snow tomorrow. Hey, I'll make sure that I fix that pothole since you did the last one. Hey, I'm gonna be moving my car this afternoon. I'm gonna be washing it. Or do you need to go anywhere? Let me make sure I'm not washing it while you need to drive." You see what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna have to do. You have a important part of your life that you share with someone else now. If you end up not getting along with this person, and now they're doing everything from not shoveling any snow ever and not repairing any potholes, and then sometimes they might even be actively blocking the driveway purposely so you can't get out, and they might even do things that harm the driveway, and that's going to be bad. So we don't want that. So this does mean that you're going to have to provide, likely, both time and money. And I say that you do that to the best of your ability. How much money can you provide? How much time can you provide? And do your best to provide as much as you can. Time and money. And here's the thing. I'm assuming that you're a young person right now, and so it's difficult sometimes to understand how that will pay off, but there will be a reward in the end of your current investment. That's kind of where I'm at.
You put this scenario, like you put a lot of clarity into it, where especially that driveway analogy, which is almost pretty much perfect, by the way. Because I know people, in this similar situation, not necessarily the one-night stand scenario, but, a situation where, hey, they had no intention of this given their relationship and then no intention of staying together, and here comes the baby. And I think one of kind of the mistakes out the gate is they regard it as like this baby or this kid that's separate, rather than, as opposed to what might come naturally to maybe a cohesive family who plans for a new addition to the family. And now this is a part of me that I have to, we have to guide and develop through life and care about, and they care about it, it's like a integral kind of part of themselves and the family kind of a thing, but you can still do that. But instead of mom and dad being, I don't know, what would you call it, lovers, and
they're just working relationship.
Exactly right. They're still parents. They're still, everything except for kind of the, that romantic kind of part of it, But yeah, having a good neighbor, and of course you got to flex. I mean, you got to bend a little bit, you got to let them have their time. You got to support them in their time, which is not always going to be comfortable, whatever. But if you can kind of make that happen, I think you'd be surprised how smoothly it can go.
Check.
Because let's face it, a lot of times the parents, they don't get along and they don't put effort into getting along, just she wants to, a lot of times someone will get mad. Oh, I had him, let's say they have a boy, right? And the guy gets half custody, the girl gets half custody, and it's oh, well, I had him freaking more time while you were out on vacation or something like this. They treat it as almost like this burden sometimes, or they'll get mad that, oh, you had them too much now, and they start fighting with each other, all this stuff or whatever. But yeah, it's not how it works, Sometimes I feel like if you get along, you can kind of bend with that. Oh, no, you want them for a month? You guys going to somewhere? Oh, freaking go have fun, let me know what I can do to support, you guys can go through life smoothly,
It's way better.
Unless you get the girl who wants the relationship and then the guy who doesn't, or vice versa or whatever, then you got some more work to do, I think.
Yep, work to do.
But yeah, you got to plan that thing out, I guess. I don't know.
Check.
Yeah, there are ways. All right, next question. Hello, Jocko. As a department specialist, I experience daily micromanagement from my direct supervisor. Recently, during a critical one-time mission with a tight deadline, the pressure intensified. Despite my strategic plan and expertise, upper management, my supervisor and his supervisor, overrode my tactical role, leading to excessive micromanagement and unsound decisions that complicated the mission, though it ultimately succeeded. I'm concerned this dynamic will reoccur, causing friction and reduce work quality. Should I voice my concerns or remain silent? Thank you for your time.
Well, first of all, voice my concerns or remain silent. See how those are pretty extreme? Because you definitely need to voice your concerns, but you need to do it in a tactful way. And I would recommend a good opportunity for this is a debrief of the situation. Let's sit down and have a quick debrief. And during that debrief... So that is a little excerpt of what we are doing on the Jocko Underground podcast. So if you want to continue to listen, go to jockounderground.com and subscribe. And we're doing this to mitigate our reliance on external platforms, so we are not subject to their control. And we are doing this so that we can support the Jocko podcast, which will remain as is, free for all, as long as we can keep it that way. But we are doing this so we don't have to be under the control of sponsors. And we're doing it so we can give you more control, more interaction, more direct connections, better communications with us. And to do that, we're building a website right now where we'll be able to utilize to strengthen this legion of troopers that are in the game with us. So thank you. It's jockounderground.com. It costs $8.18 a month. And if you can't afford to support us, we can still support you. Just email assistance@jockounderground.com and we'll get you taken care of. Until then, we will see you mobilized underground.